There comes a moment when remaining who you have been becomes more painful than becoming someone new. You may feel it quietly, in the dream you keep postponing, in the decision you already know you need to make, in the part of your life that looks comfortable from the outside, but no longer feels peaceful within you. You find yourself standing between two versions of your life. Behind you are the mistakes you still replay, the expectations you have carried for other people, and the quiet voice that keeps asking, "What if I am not ready?" Ahead of you is a future you cannot fully see. And because you cannot see the entire road, you convince yourself not to take the first step. So you remain where you are. You build walls and call them comfort. You hold tightly to what is familiar and call it safety. But familiarity is not always peace, and standing still is not always protection. Sometimes the life that feels safest is simply the life you have learned how to survive. Transformation begins when you stop waiting to feel completely certain. Because courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is deciding that fear will no longer be allowed to make every decision for you. Life does not ask you to be flawless. It does not require you to understand the entire journey before you begin. It does not ask you to have every answer, remove every doubt, or become fearless overnight. It asks for something much smaller, but much more honest. One decision, one courageous movement, one step towards the life you have been quietly postponing. Perhaps your first step is sending the message, writing the first page, asking for support, closing the door you keep reopening, or finally admitting that the life you have outgrown cannot carry the person you are becoming. You do not have to change everything today. You only have to stop allowing fear to convince you that doing nothing is the safer choice. Take the step carefully. Take it thoughtfully. Take it while your hands are still trembling, if you must. But take it, because the future does not always arrive when you feel ready. Sometimes it begins the moment you decide to meet it. You do not need to become everything today. You do not have to have your whole life figured out right now. You only need the courage to take the first step that can move you forward.